Soulful Perspective, your go-to glow-up podcast. I'm your host, Valena, here to help you become the best, hottest, most confident version of yourself. My voice is still kind of raspy, if you remember from the last episode. I've been a bit under the weather. But anyway, if you're new here, then make sure you follow the podcast because we have such amazing episodes coming up and such cool series coming up. And I'm sure you're going to love it if you're into girly things, organization, personal development, law of attraction, and all things like that. And if you have been here for a while, thank you so much for listening. I would really appreciate it if you can leave a review or a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or even on YouTube because we are available on video as well. Today, we are on to the last part of the Soft Girl Crying series. And before we get into that, the little life update that we do, if you're interested. If not, you can skip ahead, obviously. But for the girls who want to know, I got home to 2 huge packages and I have always wanted an advent calendar, okay? From like YSL or Dior or something like that, or fine, whatever beauty brand, okay? Or any advent calendar. Just give me an advent calendar and I don't want to buy it for myself. And I was like, this year, I have to get an advent calendar. I deserve it. I should have it. I have to get it in PR and I have to get multiple, okay? I want a lot more. So I got home and I had no idea what the package was. Turns out, you guessed it, it was an advent calendar. That was so amazing. When I opened it, I screamed, a mini scream, because I was just so happy, all of these things happening for me. Yeah, I'm so grateful for it. Oh my God, no, also, a few days ago, me and my friend were in the mall and there was this pop-up from this jewelry brand and they had a claw machine and nobody in front of us is able to get the jewelry out, right? Like nobody is winning. And we go because we're like, okay, it's free, so let's try it out. So we go and we try it out and I get a wish, like an eyelash. And I wish that both of us win, right? And then it's our chance. Everybody else before us has failed, okay? So it seems super rigged. But then we go and try it out and I win. And then after me, my friend tries it out and she wins. And they're like, oh my God, that is the first claw machine thing that I've ever won in my life. And it was crazy. Like it was so fun and we were just so happy as if we won the whole world or something. But that happened and that was so fun. And then yesterday I had this event to go to which also had a claw machine and I was to my friends, I'm like, I'm a pro. Let me do this. I can do this. I have experience now and I do it. And I get the prize in one go. I do get the ball out. I get the ball out from the claw machine and I win a mini prize. Now I have won 2 claw machines just a few days apart. I genuinely think I know how they work now. Like I think I'm a pro at it and I think I can finally now in arcade games genuinely try this out because I think I know how to win. And yeah, that's a big achievement. It's a fun achievement. All right, so that's all for my life update. And now let's just get into the video. So this is the final episode of the Soft Girl Grind series. If you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, you can go watch them. They're really amazing. I really loved the 3rd one, which was basically the last one. And let me know how you liked them. But for this episode, for this week, I want us to remember that the process of becoming her, like your higher self, your dream version of yourself, is a process. It doesn't always have to look beautiful and amazing and so perfect. And this episode is all about romanticizing the grind. The bad days, the lazy days, the rest days, the super busy days, and knowing that even when those days are happening, it's still in progress. It's still happening. You're still becoming her. This is the process. So what I basically mean is when you are in the process of becoming who you really want to be as a person, it's going to have its pretty days and it's going to have its not so pretty days. But you got to romanticize it all. You got to accept it all because at the end of the day, no matter how it looks, it is still a step towards what you want, right? So my first tip, I guess, for this is to remember that you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be intentional. Because again, let's be real, becoming her doesn't always look aesthetic. Some days it's you on your laptop in a messy bun at home or crying mid-journal session. But my point is, what if we started seeing all of that as beautiful too? You can't just have all the good parts, right? To make it a whole, you gotta have the good and the bad. Appreciate the feeling of progress. You don't have to fake that everything is always happening perfectly. You just have to make sure that all the steps that you are taking are intentional, that you want to do it without wasting any time or energy or resources, not just doing things on autopilot, but being intentional about it. It's okay if it's not pretty, if it's not perfect, but the fact that you're doing it should count. And you should know in your head that this is the next step. Sometimes getting yourself pampered is going to feel really good, and it's going to make you feel that you look like your higher version self, right? Or on some days, you're going to know that you have to sit down with yourself and journal out all the heavy thoughts and feelings that you've been feeling, because if you don't, then you're going to keep feeling low every single day. So you're going to have to go through the process of sitting down, writing the bad things out, and or maybe, just talking them out, and you are going to cry maybe, but that is progress as well. Number two is to remember that you're not struggling, you're sculpting, you're creating. And as we know about the process of creation, it is going to look bad until it is completely done. This video, if I put it out without the music or without the cuts, it's going to be maybe 30 minutes long, and it's going to be boring, and it's not going to be as entertaining. It's not going to be as good. But once the process of creation is complete, it's going to be amazing, right? Because that is what you guys like watching. That is what makes me feel happy. That is what makes me feel fulfilled. That is the product that can help other people, right? Or for example, when you start making something on a sheet of paper, okay? Let's say you started making a card for somebody, and when it's just a plain blank sheet of paper, or when it's just folded and it's just two flaps of paper, that's not going to do anything. That doesn't look amazing. But once you write stuff in it, once you draw stuff, or once maybe you convey your feelings, or you add little gifts or a little chocolate and stuff like that, you add a couple of ribbons, you add a little bit of glitter, then that looks good. So the process of creating is not going to look amazing all the time, right? Every small action, replying to emails, eating nutritious food, showing up, even for the small things, all of these things is a step towards your evolution. So don't just think that only the big things are your next step. You're not struggling when you're doing the tiny things. You're not struggling when you're trying to wake up early. You're not struggling when you are sending out 100 emails in a single day and only getting 5 responses. That is sculpting. The grind, all the hard work, all the little things, all the struggles that people don't see that you think are struggles, that becomes beautiful when you start associating it with becoming your next self. You gotta keep your focus on the end goal. So then when you're taking these smaller steps, they're gonna feel nice because you know why you're doing them. And it's not just short-sighted that, today I woke up and I sent out 500 emails and that is my life. Like, no. What are you doing that for? That is what you're building towards. Number 3 is to really have daily non-negotiable rituals. It could be as simple as applying perfume or body mists, even when you're at home, lighting a candle before you sit down to work, etc., etc. Just any little tiny ritual that you do for yourself. Now, on the outside, these may not seem like huge things or something that would be really helpful, but it does set a vibe, it does set a mood, and it does show you that it's all good. It's all good, it's all nice, it's all happy. Sure, you have so much work and you haven't slept properly, but you know what? You still get to sit in your home and light up a candle and enjoy that while doing it. Like it's all good problems, These are problems you want to have. You want to be too busy, you want to have a lot of work. You want to feel like you're progressing. You want to feel like you are able to do all of this. Like the fact that you are tired just means that you did the work. It means that you have an able body and mind to be doing that. So it's all good at the end of the day. So have little rituals for yourself, even if they don't make sense, even if they are not productive to you or to anybody else, just do them for the sake of it. Why don't you want to smell good? You can sit at home working while you're in your pajamas, or you could do that while being in a better and cuter outfit. Why will you not choose the other one? Like, why not? My next step is to shift from pressure to presence. Instead of rushing to your dream life, ask yourself, can you slow down to notice that it's already forming around you, little hints of it? Stop measuring your progress with metrics or with metrics only. Feel it in your energy. Celebrate your quiet wins, your smaller wins. It could be the way that you handle things better now, and you notice that. Or the fact that you recover faster when you're feeling low, or when you hit a road bump, how you stay softer now. All of these little things, these are signs that you are becoming who you want to be. These are signs that your dream life is forming around you. It could just be the fact that the coffee glasses that you thought your next level self would have, you bought them for yourself like a week ago from Amazon or wherever, and now they're in your kitchen. Isn't that part of your dream life? Isn't it already with you? So don't always rush. Try to slow down, be in presence, not pressure, not rush, and just see that it's already around you, a lot of it. And my last tip is just an affirmation that I feel like you can say to yourself or just keep in your mind, put it up on your phone wallpaper. That's going to help you remember that becoming her is a process. You're already doing great and it's all good. And the affirmation is, I am in love with my process. I trust my pace. Every small and big thing I do is turning me into her. So this week, don't rush the process, romanticize it. The coffee, the journaling, the late night editing, even the recent days, they're all part of your becoming. And that's all for this episode. Thank you for tuning into the Soft Girl Grind series. This is your reminder that discipline can be gentle and success can be soft. And yep, I hope that you enjoyed this series. I will talk to you guys next week. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give us a like, rate, review, anywhere that you like. It would mean so much to me. And if you want to talk, you can always DM me on Hot Girl Perspective on Instagram. I love you.